Night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is 4 minutes past 10. I've 20 minutes to get this video done, and then I can put it into the oven to be able to see the second race. First race of the Breeders' Cup is just over. First blood to the buzz. Sci-Fair got into a great position from the start. I was saying at halfway we're in great shape because I was saying last night, great finishing kick. Paid money for it throughout the day. Tens last night and tens at dinner time into fives. It's great to bet online because you take the price and you get BOG. I'd done bets in the bookie shop today. Didn't take a price on that. I don't know what I have with it. We had the speed is holding up. A few favourites in. Precise is a non-runner later on, and I don't know what the reason for that is. Was it stewards or vets or what? Altamara just didn't settle. A fast run mile would suit better, or back to 7, and the other one no good, not fit enough. Off to Dubai or Saudi or someplace for that. I'm going to crack on. The next race at 10:25. Tomorrow there is Premier Handicap Chase. 13 runners. Mar Kopion won it last year. It had a run prior to that. Venetia hasn't sort of fired many runners out yet. I don't think she had a winner. I'm going with the class Load of Sud, that it might be fit enough and classy enough to do the Bizzo. 7-2 there. Another one in Ascot. We have almost 3 mile race. I'm going with the Irish Mikey O'Connor riding Lockcock Hardi for the Inform Henry de Bromhead. Last seen when it was 4th in the Munster National in the Stole. Three-Card Bragg has won since. French Dynamite has won since. This is testing the form out now. It's an each-way shot. Henry does well with his horses that he sends to England. Hard to know what's fit enough, but that has ran. The other ones hasn't ran in a while. Hence, going with that. On to Newmarket. The 2:17. We have a mile on good ground. I'm going with close your ears. Mr. Spencer on Linwood. Now, the last time that ran, the ground was too soft, I thought, and it just waltzed home. The previous race, he was looking out through under his legs, like Nina Carberry used to do years ago. Coming to the 2 furlong pole, looked all over a winner and was only collared close home, and that wasn't good firm ground. Dropped £2 for that. I just think that was a bit better of a race, and if he minds it a bit better tomorrow, he went for home too soon the last time. That's the bet on that. On to Wetherby. We have Bus Horse running in the hurdle race. A strong leader. Hasn't ran at Wetherby before. Has pounds in hand on the figures. It's 157. The nearest is Winter Fog at 148. It's given a weight away to a few of them. Potter's Charm is receiving £3 in a handicap. It would be getting £12, so it's £9 wrong. It probably might be fitter, but it's strong. Or Ollie Murphy is in good form. And in the big race, the Charlie Hall, which was won last year by the Real Whacker. I'm going to Heart maybe ruling head because the Real Whacker, but I'm going to go with Hawick. recent fitness as well is the key to that, I think. Although a lot of them go fresh, but I'm going to go with that. On to Down Royal. Won last year by Calaconte, a 4-year-old for Gordon Elliott. And this year, if you look at them there now they're only Midland beasts. But I'm hoping that this Wendrock, um, actually, I kept an eye on that all through since the first run I was in a day it ran in a hurdle race in Navan. It was the day of the big race that we have. Um, he might be classy enough to give weight away with Josh Williamson taking the 5 off, bringing it back to 128. Um, that's all about it could see. On to Delmare. We have um, the fillies and mares sprint. I'm going with the Fav, Sweet Azteca. It was good for him. It was only beaten once, wasn't it, or twice? Once, twice. But was won well this year. 3 runs, 3 for 3 this year. Beat that Kopion, who's a decent yardstick. On to 941, which is the turf sprint. Horse that I think it's only beaten once in. This started off in England with uh, Stuart Williams. It was great form at Delmare. The only time it was beaten. The only time it was beaten was in last year's race by Starlust. Starlust being a Grade 1 winner in Europe. Won well the last day too. It's a 7-year-old, but that's okay. 7-year-olds have won before. Um, that horse that we had tonight, uh, Euro Magic, that gets in. That's why it was not running tonight because it was the first reserve in this. So it gets in, and Oisin Murphy is on it. So it's about a 12 to 1 shot. Could back that nearly each way if anyone that wanted. On to the sprint. What are they doing the sprint? Oh, yes. We'll see. I mentioned Kopion a couple of times there. Kopion, Mike Smith, and the inside draw. Out and winging. That's the one. I reckon it's an each way poke. Not showing any videos. I want because I've only onto the distaff. This onto the ears goes to the Fav. I think Seismic Beauty with Juan Hernandez. I hope he's all right. He got a fair old toss there tonight. He landed on his hole coming out of the stalls. Seismic Beauty is the selection there. Onto the turf, 1.5 mile mini Hawk, favourite. Got an each way play there, I think at 8 to 1. The numbers bookie and a couple more are paying 4 places with Goliath. It could be back to Forum. It should be a hard enough bet. When you look at in the King George last year, Blue Stocking and Rebels Romance. That was in fine form then. It was a 25 to 1 shot. Won in Longchamp, but it tripped too short, I thought, the last day behind first look. Better ground for a French horse, it seems to like better ground. That's an each way poke, and that the Breeders' Cup Classic, I've picked Fierceness already. 1, 2, 3 of last year are back in action. Fierceness was second to Sierra Leone and Forever Young. I think Forever Young, it's a horse that we were on when a couple of times. I'm going to do a 1-5 exacta box. Sierra Leone, I don't think the pace is there tomorrow night to make it a through run test for Sierra Leone. It will be coming late, but I'm just thinking it may come third. That's my hunch. Fierceness, if it controls the speed better than last year, if there's a rabbit, let him off. But last year it went in 21 or 21 and 44, 22 and 44. If it was just a second slower, it had a bit left. And it seems to be a bit better this year. I'll be doing a 1-5 reverse forecast on to the mile. Horse that went off was favourite for the Derby. I'm going to give it a shot to Line of Winter. Coming back to form lately, Order of Australia won at 20-1 years ago. He won a Mile Breeders' Cup for Aiden. I prefer Sumion on a mile or more races than the 5 furlong races that he's on. We'll see what he does with the other one that he has tonight now. But, the Line of Winter, the famed 4 places, that would be an each way selection. The mile, the Dirt Mile, the Fav. Full Serrano won it last year. Barry won the Classic the year before we were on it. That's a mile 2. I don't think it's speedy enough now. Nysos, gradually brought along by Mr. Baffard. An each way play without the favourite might be Mystic Dan. That won the Kentucky Derby last year, mile 2, but a fast run mile might suit it. But I think that's a big pig of a horse, that Nysos. That's the selection. On to the last race of the Breeders' Cup 2025. One of the best races of the meeting. It's a pity it's the last one. I'm going with Cinderella's Dream. Very unlucky last year. We couldn't get out. He was stuck to the rail. Couldn't get out until late. Didn't know whether to go right or left. He was like the Weaver Beaver on the M50. Second to Myra, the Canadian horse. Went off favourite as 3-year-old. We were on it the last day, but it pitched rain. Mile and a half, mile 3. Good ground, that's what it needs. Buick, get the job done, finish strong for us. See, the Fire rarely wins. Diamond Rain has a chance. That's the selection anyway. But back it each way. Nearly 20 past now. This race will be coming up soon. Don't want to miss it. So bash the bookies over and out.